Nobody noticed Noah Reed that morning as he walked alone into the Nevada desert. To most people in the small town of Ash Hollow, Noah was just a poor boy with dusty shoes, an old backpack, and a mother who worked too many hours to keep the lights on. He was 12 years old, thin, quiet, and always searching for things other people had thrown away. Every weekend, Noah walked beyond the old highway, past the abandoned gas station, past the rusted signs warning people to stay away, and into the desert, where the heat bent the air like glass. Most kids his age were playing games. Noah was trying to help his mother pay rent. That morning, the sky was pale orange. The desert was silent, too silent. Even the wind seemed to be holding its breath. Noah stopped near a dry canyon wall and wiped sweat from his forehead. Every weekend, Noah walked beyond the old highway, past the abandoned gas station, past the rusted signs warning people to stay away, and into the desert, where the heat bent the air like glass. Most kids his age were playing games. Noah was trying to help his mother pay rent. That morning, the sky was pale orange. The desert was silent, too silent. Even the wind seemed to be holding its breath. Noah stopped near a dry canyon wall and wiped sweat from his forehead. That was when he saw the light. At first, he thought it was sunlight bouncing off a bottle. Then the light pulsed. Once, twice, blue, then gold. Noah stepped closer. Half buried in the sand was something shaped like an egg, but it was too smooth to be stone, too warm to be metal, and too beautiful to belong in the middle of nowhere. It was about the size of a basketball, black and silver, with thin, glowing lines moving across its surface, like tiny rivers of light. Noah looked around. There were no footprints, no tire tracks, no sign that anyone had left it there. He reached out slowly. The moment his fingers touched the egg, the light inside it changed. It turned soft blue. Then, a sound came from within, a heartbeat. Noah jumped back. The egg pulsed again, not like a machine, not like a bomb, like something alive. Noah should have run. He should have left it there. He should have told someone. But something inside him whispered, "Don't be afraid." So he took off his backpack, wrapped the egg in his jacket, and carried it home. He did not know it yet, but satellites above Earth had already detected the signal, and before the sun went down, NASA would know exactly where it had landed. Noah lived with his mother, Maria, in a small trailer at the edge of town. The air conditioner barely worked, the kitchen sink leaked, and the roof made strange popping sounds when the desert heat became too strong. But to Noah, it was home. He slipped inside quietly and hid the egg beneath his bed. His mother was asleep on the couch, still wearing her diner uniform. Her hands were cracked from washing dishes. Her face looked tired even when she slept. Noah stood there for a moment, watching her breathe. Then he looked back toward his room. The egg was glowing through the blanket. That night, Noah could not sleep. The egg kept pulsing under his bed. Blue, gold, blue, gold. And with every pulse, he heard the heartbeat again. Slow, steady, alive. At midnight, the lights in the trailer flickered. The old radio on the kitchen counter turned on by itself. Static filled the room. Then a voice came through. Not English. Not any language Noah had ever heard. It sounded like singing, but broken, like someone calling from very far away. Noah pulled the egg from under his bed. The glowing lines on its surface moved faster now. He placed both hands on it. The strange voice stopped. Then, inside Noah's mind, he saw something. A sky with two moons, a city made of crystal towers, a child running through a garden of blue trees, then fire, ships falling, people screaming without sound, and one final image. The egg, launched into space, as an entire world burned behind it. Noah gasped and pulled his hands away. The vision disappeared. He sat on the floor, shaking. Whatever this thing was, it had not come from Earth, and it had not come here by accident. The next morning, black SUVs drove into Ash Hollow. Noah saw them from the school bus. 3 vehicles, no license plates, dark windows. Men in suits stepped out near the sheriff's office. One of them carried a metal case. Another held a device that blinked with blue light. Noah's stomach tightened. They were looking for something. They were looking for the egg. At school, Noah could not focus. The teacher talked about fractions. The other kids whispered and laughed. But Noah kept staring out the window, toward the desert. At lunch, his best friend Caleb sat beside him. "You look like you saw a ghost," Caleb said. Noah did not answer. Caleb lowered his voice. "What happened?" Noah looked around. Then he whispered, "I found something." Caleb leaned closer. "What kind of something?" Noah swallowed. "Something from the sky." Caleb stared at him. Then he laughed once, but stopped when he saw Noah's face. "You're serious?" Noah nodded. Before Caleb could say anything else, the classroom speaker crackled. "Noah Reed, please report to the principal's office." The entire cafeteria went quiet. Noah stood slowly. His hands felt cold. When he reached the office, 2 men in dark suits were waiting, and beside them stood a woman with silver hair, sharp eyes, and a NASA badge clipped to her jacket. Her name was Dr. Helen Ward. She smiled gently, but her eyes were searching him. "Noah," she said, "we need to ask you a few questions." Noah said nothing. Dr. Ward placed a photo on the desk. It showed the desert canyon, the exact place where he had found the egg. "We detected an object in this area yesterday morning," she said. "It may be dangerous." Noah looked at the photo, then at the men behind her. "Dangerous to who?" he asked. Dr. Ward paused. "That depends on who has it." Noah's heart pounded. He lied. "I don't know anything." Dr. Ward studied his face. For a moment, Noah thought she believed him. Then one of the men placed the blinking device on the desk. It turned blue, the same blue as the egg. Dr. Ward's smile faded. "Noah," she said softly, "where is it?" Noah ran. He shoved the office door open and sprinted down the hallway. Teachers shouted. Students turned. The men in suits chased him. Noah crashed through the side door, jumped a fence, and ran across the dry field behind the school. He did not stop until his lungs burned. By the time he reached home, the black SUVs were already outside. His mother stood on the porch, confused and frightened, while 2 agents spoke to her. Noah slipped around the back of the trailer, climbed through his bedroom window, and grabbed the egg from under his bed. It was hot now, too hot. The heartbeat inside it was faster. Noah stuffed it into his backpack. As he turned to leave, Dr. Ward stepped into the doorway. Noah froze. She looked at the backpack, then at him. "I'm not here to hurt you," she said. "Then why are they chasing me?" Dr. Ward took one careful step forward. "Because people are scared of what they don't understand." Noah backed toward the window. "What is it?" Dr. Ward lowered her voice. "We don't know." "That's a lie." Her expression changed. Noah could see it. She did know something. Maybe not everything, but enough. Dr. Ward looked toward the front of the trailer, where the agents were speaking to his mother. Then she whispered, "You need to listen to me." Noah did not move. "That object has been sending a signal for the last 24 hours, she said. It woke something up. Noah felt the egg pulse against his back. "What something?" Dr. Ward's face went pale. "Something buried under the desert." A sudden tremor shook the trailer. The windows rattled. A glass fell from the counter and shattered. Outside, people screamed. Noah pushed past Dr. Ward and ran out. The desert beyond town was glowing, not from the sun, from below. Lines of blue light were spreading through the sand, like veins beneath skin. The agent stopped talking. The sheriff stared toward the horizon. Then the ground opened. Far out in the desert, a massive black structure rose from beneath the sand. It was not a building. It was not a rock. It was a machine, ancient, alien, and sleeping no longer. Dr. Ward whispered, "God help us." The egg in Noah's backpack began to crack. Noah pulled it out with trembling hands. Blue light spilled through the fracture. His mother rushed to him. "Noah, what is that?" He looked at her, terrified. "I don't know." Then the egg opened. A tiny creature unfolded inside the glow. It was not ugly. It was not a monster. It was small, fragile, and covered in soft silver skin. Its eyes were blue and gold, just like the light inside the egg. It looked up at Noah and made a quiet sound. The sound was not a cry. It was a word. Inside Noah's mind, he heard it clearly. Protector. Everyone stepped back. Everyone except Noah. The creature reached one tiny hand toward him. Noah touched it. The moment their fingers met, the world disappeared. He saw the desert thousands of years ago. Not empty, not dead, alive, with strange towers hidden beneath the sand. He saw beings from the stars arriving on Earth, not to conquer, but to hide something. A weapon? No. A prison. The black machine beneath the desert was not theirs. It belonged to something else. Something that devoured worlds from the inside. A thing they called the hollow mind. Long before humans built cities, the hollow mind had crashed into Earth. It buried itself deep below the desert, feeding slowly, waiting for intelligent life to become strong enough, bright enough to consume. The aliens had trapped it, but the prison was failing. The egg was not an egg. It was a living key, and the small creature inside was the last guardian, the only one capable of sealing the hollow mind again. But it could not do it alone. It needed a human bond, a protector. It had chosen Noah. When the vision ended, Noah was on his knees. The alien creature was in his arms. Dr. Ward stared at him. "What did you see?" Noah looked toward the desert. "The machine isn't here to help us." Another tremor hit. This time, the sky darkened. The black structure in the desert opened like a giant eye. A low sound spread across the town. People covered their ears. Car alarms screamed. Birds fell from the sky. The agents shouted into radios. Military helicopters appeared over the mountains. Dr. Ward grabbed Noah's arm. "We have to take it to a secure facility." Noah pulled away. "No, this is bigger than you." "No," Noah said again. "It chose me." One of the agents stepped forward. Dr. Ward raised her hand to stop him. For the first time, her cold expression cracked. She looked afraid, not of Noah, of what she knew was coming. "Noah," she said quietly, "if that thing under the desert fully wakes up, millions of people could die." Noah held the tiny alien closer. "Then help me stop it." Dr. Ward stared at him. Then she made a choice that would end her career. "And maybe save the world." She turned to the agents. "Stand down." They stared at her. "Doctor?" "I said stand down." Then she looked at Noah. "There's an old research road leading to the site. If we move now, we might reach it before the military locks the area." Noah looked at his mother. Maria was crying, but she nodded. "You come back to me," she said. Noah hugged her tightly. "I promise." He did not know if that promise was a lie. Minutes later, Noah, Dr. Ward, and the alien creature were racing into the desert in one of the black SUVs. Behind them, Ash Hollow disappeared into dust. Ahead of them, the ancient black machine rose higher into the sky. The closer they came, the louder the creature in Noah's arms cried. Not with fear, with memory. Dr. Ward drove fast. Too fast. Military jets screamed overhead. Explosions lit the horizon. The army was attacking the machine, but every missile that struck it turned to ash before impact. The hollow mind was waking, and it was learning. As they reached the edge of the canyon, the road cracked open. The SUV flipped. Glass shattered. Metal screamed. Noah opened his eyes upside down, hanging from the seatbelt. Dr. Ward was bleeding from her forehead. The tiny alien was still in his arms, glowing brighter now. Outside, the desert sand lifted into the air, not blown by wind, pulled upward by the machine. Rocks floated. Cars floated. Pieces of the earth itself began rising toward the black eye. Noah crawled out of the wreck. He could barely stand. The alien creature placed one hand on his chest. Its blue-gold eyes looked into his, and Noah understood. The prison could only be sealed from inside the circle of light beneath the machine. But if the creature used all its energy, it might not survive. Noah shook his head. No, there has to be another way. The creature touched his face. Small, gentle, trusting. Then it showed him one final vision. A dying world. A mother placing the egg into a launch chamber. Her hands shaking. Her eyes full of tears. She was not sending away a weapon. She was sending away her child. The last child of her people. Noah began to cry. "You're just a baby," he whispered. The creature made the sound again. "Protector." But this time, Noah understood the truth. It was not calling itself the Protector. It was calling him. Dr. Ward limped beside him. "We're out of time." The black eye in the desert turned toward the sky. A beam of darkness shot upward, tearing a hole through the clouds. Across the world, every screen went black. Every satellite lost signal. Every human mind heard the same whisper. "Wake." Noah held the alien creature tightly and ran. He ran across the shaking desert, past broken military vehicles, past soldiers who could no longer stand, past blue lines burning in the sand. Dr. Ward followed as far as she could, then fell to her knees. "Noah!" she shouted. "Keep going!" Noah kept going. The circle of light opened beneath the machine. The alien creature began to glow so brightly that Noah could barely see. The hollow mind screamed. The sound was inside his bones, inside his thoughts. It showed him nightmares, his mother dying, his town burning, the world empty and gray. But Noah did not stop. He thought of his mother's tired hands. He thought of the trailer with the broken sink. He thought of every lonely morning in the desert when no one had seen him, and he realized something. The egg had not chosen him because he was strong. It had chosen him because he knew what it meant, to protect something fragile. Noah stepped into the center of the circle. The alien creature placed both tiny hands on his chest. Light exploded outward. Blue, gold, white. The ancient symbols beneath the desert awakened. The black machine shook. Cracks spread across its surface. For the first time, the hollow mind sounded afraid. Noah screamed as the light passed through him. Not pain, memory. He felt thousands of voices from a lost civilization, all speaking through the tiny creature in his arms. "Seal the dark. Protect the living. Remember us." Then the desert opened. Not downward, upward. A ring of light rose from the sand and wrapped around the black machine. The hollow mind tried to escape. It twisted. It roared. It sent shadows tearing across the sky. But the little alien lifted one glowing hand, and the machine stopped. Noah whispered, "You're not alone." The creature looked at him. Then it smiled. The light became brighter than the sun. When it faded, the black machine was gone. The desert was quiet again. The floating rocks fell softly back to the earth. The sky cleared. The wind returned. And in Noah's arms, the tiny alien creature lay still. Noah dropped to his knees. "No," he whispered. "Please, no." Dr. Ward reached him moments later. She knelt beside him, breathing hard. For a long time, nothing happened. Then the creature's chest pulsed. Once, weakly. Then again. Blue light returned to its eyes. Noah laughed and cried at the same time. He held it close. Dr. Ward looked toward the empty place where the machine had been. Her face was full of wonder. "The world will want to know what happened here," she said. Noah looked at the creature in his arms, then back toward Ash Hollow, where his mother was waiting. "No," he said. Dr. Ward understood. By sunrise, NASA released a statement. They called it a classified satellite malfunction. They said the tremors were caused by underground pressure. They said there was no alien object, no machine beneath the desert, no boy, no egg, no guardian. They tried to hide everything, but some things cannot stay buried forever. Because in a small trailer at the edge of Ash Hollow, Noah Reed kept a secret under a blanket beside his bed. The alien creature slept quietly, still weak, but alive. His mother watched from the doorway, her eyes filled with fear and love. "What do we call it?" she asked. Noah looked at the tiny being. The creature opened its eyes, and the lights in the room flickered softly. Noah smiled. "Luma," he said. Weeks passed. The desert returned to silence. The black SUVs never came back. Dr. Ward disappeared from NASA records. Some said she had resigned. Others said she had been erased. But every month, a plain envelope arrived at Noah's trailer. Inside was money for rent, medicine for his mother, and sometimes a single handwritten note. Keep her safe. Noah did. At night, when the stars came out over the Nevada desert, Luma would crawl to the window and place her tiny hand on the glass. Sometimes, far away, a blue star would answer. Noah would sit beside her, listening to a heartbeat that was not human, but somehow felt like home. The world never knew how close it came to ending. It never knew that a poor boy with dusty shoes and an alien egg in his backpack had stood between Earth and the dark. But Noah knew. Dr. Ward knew. And somewhere beneath the quiet desert, the ancient lights still slept, waiting, in case the darkness ever returned. And if it did, it would not find Earth unprotected, because the boy it never noticed had become its guardian.